Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline. Welcome to our Pivot community. Today I want to talk about something that affects all of us. Whether we're traveling or living abroad, sending money to family overseas, and see and how it impacts your pockets and your livelihood. I'm speaking from personal experience as a U.S. citizen with Jamaican residency and now have family in Thailand. So I personally have seen firsthand how small changes in the exchange rate can affect your pockets. It can make a big difference in your daily life, your bills, and the lifestyle that you choose. So let's dive into it. Give you a little crash course for some and some updates for others. But let's get into the difference on currency between the US, Jamaica, and Thailand. Every country has its own currency, okay? So the currencies I'll be speaking on will be the US dollar, Jamaican dollar, and the Thai baht. Exchange rates tell us how much one currency is worth compared to another. So as of today, the Jamaican dollar is roughly 160 Jamaican dollars, and in Thailand, it's 32 bahts. It's actually called 32 Thai bahts. So if you're sending money, if you're paying bills, or if you're shopping abroad, all of these play a factor into the exchange rate. Really should say is it's going to affect what you can buy, it's going to affect the cost, and it's going to affect your savings. Okay. Let's touch on my second home, Jamaica. Having Jamaican residency, I've seen how the US dollar moves against the Jamaican dollar. Small shift can affect your bills, your rent, even your groceries. In my case, this shift will be in my favor if the shift is me using the US dollar, which I do because all of my income is from the US. You guys follow me? Here's a quick example. For $1, $1 US, right? Back in the days, well, let's not say back in the days, let's just say last week it was at, or I'm gonna say a few weeks ago, it was at 150 Jamaican dollars, okay? That was the Jamaican dollars, 150 Jamaican dollars, okay? This week, it's 160 Jamaican dollars. So what does that mean? My American dollar stretches longer here in Jamaica. Again, if you have US dollars, it will stretch longer here, okay? What does this allow me to do if I am being strategic? I can save more money, or I have more money to spend. So, if you're following me, if the Jamaican dollar stretches, right, where it becomes, instead of it being 160 to the $1, say it goes back down because it's been there, say it goes back down to 130. So 130 Jamaican dollars is the rate to your $1. What does that mean? Right? You're not going to have that extra cushion like you would if the Jamaican dollar was at 160 Jamaican dollars. Okay? When you are budgeting or planning expenses, it is so important for you as a resident or dual citizenship to check the rates daily. Okay? Let's look at Thailand, where my son is currently with his wife and 2 children, okay? Family of 4. The Thai baht has been weaker this year against the US dollar. If you don't believe me, do your research. 2025, the Thai baht has went down. So what does that mean in real time, right? if my son calls me and is like, Mom, I need $100, right? I will be sending him over 100 US dollars, right? He will be able to do much more with the money that I sent him, because now he would take that money and of course transfer it into Thai Baht, and he would get more Thai Bahts because of the value of the US currency. Okay. On the flip side, if my son decides to pick up a job there in Thailand, right, the baht will be less. And looking at the baht now compared to how it used to be, if he needed to buy US products with that Thai baht, it's going to be more expensive for him. Again, and this is, you can use the same scenario with people who actually, the locals who actually live in Thailand. The Thai baht, right? The earnings that they make in Thai baht will be more expensive to buy U.S. products or any other products outside their country, because you're dealing with import, export, right? Or products, exactly what I just said, products that come from other countries. But the point is, if your money is from the States and you're sending it over to someone in Thailand, they will receive more benefits. If the individual don't have a support and they're making their money from Thailand and they decide to buy products from the US, understand, products from the US, they will pay more money. So let's back it up. I'm going to go back to Jamaica because when my family was here, and I had a girlfriend that was looking for an item here, and she was like, wow, it's expensive. Even my family said it, and it is. Certain items in Jamaica is expensive because it's imported. If you watch my video, I talk about oxtails, right? The fruits here in Jamaica are expensive, right? And this is a great example as to why it's expensive, okay? The point is, currency is not just about shopping. It literally affects your entire livelihood. I don't know how much I can stress that. You are a business owner also, and you're importing goods. You have a staff that you have to pay. Or you sell services online. A weaker local currency, okay, can increase your cost. The increase of cost will fall on your imported materials, okay? Exports will be more competitive, okay? So if you are like me, who has a residence here, if you're an expat, right? If you are taking a long sabbatical, your dollar will have a lot of power here in Jamaica. But let me put this disclaimer out there. Does not mean that we are rich, guys. That's the false narrative that a lot of locals think because we coming from America, we are rich. No, it just means that the value of our money, we can spend a little more, but it still doesn't mean we are rich. Okay, so I ain't got no money for you. But it can become challenging if you're trying to blend currencies. I remember when I first started, I had to learn the currency of Jamaica. I haven't been to Thailand yet, so I really can't talk about how that looks. I can only share what my son tells me. But Jamaica, oh my God, I had to get used to the terminology of $100 and what, Jamaican currency, they talk in hundreds, right? Even their coins, it's in hundreds. So if you have, or I should say in dollars. So your coins, you talk in dollars, and your paper, the paper currency, you talk in hundreds. So for a 10, the 10, I don't want to say 10 cents, but it's $10. It's the coin. They have a $10 coin, a $5 coin, a $1 coin, right? And a $20 coin, which is nice, right? Those are what everybody likes. And for some reason, this is just something I've experienced. The locals, not even some of these owners like their own coins. It's crazy. They don't even like their dollars, you know, and I'm talking the coin dollars, not Jamaican dollars, right? But we'll say that for another video. So I have 4 practical tips that I want to share with you, right? That I feel you can use during your travels or your stay. Number 1, track exchange rates. Make sure you download the app, whether you come here for vacation, short term, long term. Download the apps so you can get, and there's websites also, so you can get alerts on the rates, and so you know what to do. You can ask people, but in order for you to learn it, I think it's good. And I feel like when I first came, I was dependent on my husband to tell me what the rate was because I couldn't, like, it didn't make sense to me. And then I downloaded an app. I'm on my phone now. I was going to show you the app that I use, but you can download a currency app. I think I have one here. This is the app that I use. If you can see that. It's called, let me see. It says all currency app. It looks like this. So that's what I use, okay? But it's important to know for yourself because you can get confused. Number 2, plan transfers wisely. Sending money during strong U.S. dollar periods maximize value for your family abroad. Again, that's that whole pay attention to the exchange rate when you're sending money to family, because when you send it over to the family, depending on what country they're in, that is what the rate is going to be, and that's going to determine how much they really can spend, okay? Number 3, which is what I find a lot of people don't talk about, diversity in currency, right? When you set yourself up, if you are residents like me, set yourself up to have not just your U.S. currency, but your Jamaican currency, and make sure you know how to dabble in both of them for different situations, okay? And number 4, the last one is budget with buffers. Always account for potential swings, especially if you rely on remittances or transfers for living expenses, okay? Again, it's just being aware of how far your currency is going to go, whether, again, you're in Jamaica or whether you're in Thailand. You have to understand how far that currency can go, because as it stands now, and as it's always been for a while, right now, I would say the $1 US is still strong in these countries, okay? So even if the exchange rate shows a small change, that small change can make a significant difference. And that difference could be in your fees, which is what I will talk about in a later video. So if this video has helped you, subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.